I hate books. I hate them not in a I hate reading type of way, but more in a I read too much as a kid and now it screwed me over type of way. Let me elaborate. See, as soon as I learned how to read, all I wanted to do was read. My mom likes to tell me that I read more books than anyone else she knew. And honestly, she was right. I mean, anytime I had some sort of free time in elementary school, I would read. It was better than sitting around and watching TV, I suppose. My favorite series was the Percy Jackson series. They showed me how cool things in life could be, if you were a demigod, which I clearly am not. I also read a lot of books about normal people in normal towns. But there was always something there for them that just wasn't there for me. But I kept reading. That's what I did. Now I'm on to middle school, the weirdest time of my life. Whew. So in middle school, I started reading more books with a little more sustenance to them. But at this point, I was starting to realize that things in books just wouldn't happen to me. Some of the book characters were like 12, 13 years old, and at 13 years old, I was too much of an anxious, awkward disaster to even make a solid group of friends. And every time I had this realization, I would start to get mad at myself and at the world because these things would just never happen to me. But I kept reading. I really wish I could say this all got sorted out in high school. But entering high school brought on its own new set of problems. I realized that I was an outsider. All of my friends either went to another high school or moved away. But if people in books could find their own set of friends, why couldn't I? It certainly took some time, but by second semester, I finally had people I could consider to be my friends. Yet, in the back of my mind was the fact that my high school experience wasn't going the way I expected it to be. See, books made me think that your high school experience would be the best time of your life, where you'd do the best things. And granted, there were some moments that were really great, but it was just average. From there, the more I thought about it, the more messed up it got. I mean, books messed up my perspective on basically everything. Relationships, friendships, how you should live your life. See, books have a plot with set points, and things are supposed to happen to these people. But for us, there's absolutely no plot. Just whatever happens to us happens. And see, book characters, they are defined as either good or bad. And there is some gray area, but not like with people. People aren't meant to be defined by just one thing. And that's been pretty hard to grasp. But, there's nothing we can really do about it. So, as I'm standing here today, I've realized that I am nothing special. I'm not meant to change the world or go on some great quest. We're just here. But I am myself. I'm a dorky teenager that reads too much, thinks too much, and trusts too much. So yeah, maybe my life isn't a perfect novel, but it's my own story, and who knows, maybe the best is yet to come.